and now it's time for Smart Omega's Jules to take the stage. We've seen him before. Top 3 characters: Jin, Bob, and Claudio.
Yeah, these are really strong picks. Jin probably not as strong as his evil counterpart, Devil Jin, but Jules is able to make it work. Arguably the best Jin in the country. His go-to pocket character has been Bob and has found success with it. But he doesn't found that much success with Claudio. So after seeing these stats, I want to see how he changes up his character picks.
It feels more like a conditional choice when he goes for the Claudio pick, but whenever he knows that it would be more beneficial to him that to go for a character he's more comfortable with, he usually goes for either Jin or Bob. So it has given him quite a bit of success with a 62% win rate as well.
And we did see Coffee Prince earlier. Very impressive Leroy. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to pull it out. I'm curious to see if he's gonna stick with his main guns or if he's going to continue with Leroy. You can add another a character there on the graphic, Leroy, 3 times or I don't know, 1 time.
Oh, who knows? Maybe he actually has even more new characters, considering the current state of the game, or with other characters actually making the rise in the rankings when it comes to the opinions of the players. As you can see, they have quite a selection of characters, and their game record against each other is very much neck to neck. It's 7-6 in favor of Smart Omega's Jules.
That's the fun part about Tekken 7, specifically Philippine Tekken 7, because competition is so tight. You'll never really know you can't successfully predict the winner of any match because all the players, they go back and forth. And these two, the matchup record that they have is a testament to the high level of Tekken play in the Philippines. I'm only expecting a high octane, close cerebral match from these two, especially from Jules, because he was a top player from last season.
Indeed, and he's the type of player as well to actually completely tear down a character in the lab, go into that practice mode, spend hours finding the holes in specific characters, specific strategies, and keep it all in his head perfect, just in arm's reach for whenever he needs to use it when the time arrives. So that's something that Coffee Prince has to break somehow, because Jules has the know-how. It's up to Coffee Prince to show something new.
Speaking of Jules, I think he has one little advantage considering the pandemic situation. His training partner and teammate is his own brother. Therefore, they are together every single day at home. They can train probably way easier together than the other teams.
Yeah,
have you seen him there? There he
just
is,
showing up in the back. Of course, always ready to give the support to his teammate and brother as well. We've seen that multiple times in the nationals. He was also an acting coach for Smart Omega, but now he is also taking the stage. But we'll see him later on. This time around, we're all going to be focusing on what Jules is going to be bringing here in the second season.
I'm always excited to watch Jules. I watch him in local tournaments. He always brings it 100%. He plays from his heart, not just his mind. So he is an amazing combination of lab monster and a player with heart. And that's what really makes him so dangerous.
He definitely plays from his heart, and you know that he loves this game. Every time that he wins, he's not the type to like jump around and go over the top with his celebrations, but he will have that smile on his face that just says that he's happy about what he's accomplished. So that love for this game is, I think, what drives him to actually strive to continuously improve in it. Coffee Prince, go.
Oh yeah, he loves this game as much as Coffee Prince does, because both of them have been playing Tekken for a really long time, and I'm sure they've seen each other once or twice in tournament.
Coffee Prince, of course. Also, I considering that he's been playing this game for a long time as well. These players, they have plenty of experience. Look at that smile from Coffee Prince. The camera is actually on me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fix the hair.
fix the hair, fix the character pick, please. No more Leroy. No, but that's up to him. That's up to him. If he's dead set on making that Leroy work, it can work because he is still one of the top picks when it comes to the competition, as of course.
Jules feeling great as well. I mean, we can't see him in frame right now, but he has his brother on his side. He's feeling great. Day one, and this is where everything just comes together. Uh, Hoping for an amazing match between these two. I hope we see their more conventional characters, like you mentioned. But yeah, picking new ones would be quite as exciting. Uh, we have yet to see a Falcon Ram in this day.
Yeah, so one of the newest character in Tekken 7, Fakum Ram, made some incredible waves when he first came out. Because he deals so much damage, he has the range as well, and his playstyle is unlike anything that we've ever seen in the Tekken game. With all those cancels and options, and as well as the guard break mechanic that he does carry.
And he has pretty good movement too. I've seen him around and he moves pretty well for a man of his size and stature.
A nimble giant, so to say,
Oh.
and it's a breath of fresh air that he is not one of those guest characters that have floaty jumps. It's good. It's good that we actually have Tekken style characters, but I'm not sure. Maybe we're not actually gonna see a Pakum Ram. Nope, but it is
Oh.
still a pretty big guy
Mhm.
with Marduk on Jules' side.
And we're still seeing this Leroy pick from Coffee Prince. So Nationals Leroy Day continues, Paul.
Yes, just more Leroy matches all around. But as we mentioned earlier, Jules has the knowledge, and especially for the characters that are always picked by and considered to be really good. So he knows how to deal with this Leroy. Let's see how Coffee Prince is going to be able to break the mold that Jules knows every inch of.
Yeah, and we're seeing Jules play really slowly here, starting off very cautiously, choosing his moves. Nice big counter hit there. The trade in his favor. He drops a combo, and he still catches him in the air with authority.
Oh my goodness, not looking good for Coffee Prince, and that counter hit shove is going to finish him off in that first round as well. Oh goodness.
Yeah, huge round there for Jules, starting it off. There's the counter hit again. We've seen that so many times today from Leroy. Players have to be really cautious with the moves they throw out. Continuing to go low here. Here comes the first grab. It's broken.
Very good presence of mind from Coffee Prince. Those grabs are for the newer players. It is a bane because it's hard to react to, especially when you're in a high level of competition. But Coffee Prince was ready for it. Now both players are in the red, and Coffee Prince manages to catch Jules off guard with that sweep.
Looks like he delayed the timing a bit. I think Jules was ready for a low, but as soon as he didn't see the startup, he went back up. Coffee Prince continued, but here comes the Marduk here from Jules, getting the early lead.
But not quite anything serious yet from these two players. Good Coffee Prince recognizing that Marduk will land on the floor there and is able to convert as well.
Bunch of high-low pokes and mix-ups here coming from Coffee Prince. Jules trying to fight back, trying to change the pace here with that throw, just trying to reset the situation, and he whip punishes him with the launch here. He can get big damage. Here comes Rage Drive. Nice guess.
Very nice work from Coffee Prince. That is a tough situation to get out of, but
He almost blew it there by dropping the combo, but he was able to make up for it. And Coffee Prince now up by 2 rounds. Jules. I mean, what was crucial in that last game was Coffee Prince predicting the break after that Rage Drive.
you can actually see the animation of what's going to come and from that mount position and block accordingly. But it's still pretty hard. Coffee Prince with a good reaction there.
And Coffee Prince has been on point with all the throw breaks. He has not been thrown once, and the counter there from Leroy. Coffee Prince starting off well.
It's all coming together for this Leroy Smith of Coffee Prince. Oh my goodness, we definitely saw it. it certainly was a turning point actually for Coffee
Mm.
Prince when he managed to escape that mounted position. As I mentioned earlier, you can see the animation, but at the same time, trivia that you can actually fake it for a little bit.
Oh.
Like he can change his option right, like at the last second. It's really fast. So if you react to the first one and then he changes it, it's trouble for you because that would be the wrong escape for that situation. So good on Coffee Prince, and he also managed to break through what Jules was trying to do with that Marduk pick.
He 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 broke every single throw that Jules threw at him. And Marduk being a character that's kind of dependent on his throws. I mean, he is a grappler archetype character. And it really might discourage Jules just a little because all of his throw attempts were thwarted by Coffee Prince. So let's look at his character pick now. There it is. We have the Bob. I think Bob has some special connection with you, right?
He is. I've played quite a decent amount of Bob, though I have switched over to Ganry. I'm sorry,
Oh.
Bob. It's been a long time, but it's nice to see you again.
And this is Jules' second best character in terms of record here. And interesting, he went to him instead of Jin. This matchup probably a little bit better for him, and it's showing early on as he gets the big launch here. Has a little bit of corner control.
Just goes for that interrupt. Wise choice for Jules, knowing when to actually place his hits, and also how to, of course, make sure that Coffee Prince is on his toes with that quick load.
Catching the rhythm of Coffee Prince is definitely important, especially with characters that have a parry mechanic or a counter mechanic. You can bait that out, and you can punish him greatly for it. And right now, Jules.
No, not quite going to get that wall hit. Jules already looking good in this second round. Coffee Prince hanging by a hair.
By the hair of his little chinny chin chin. Can he make this comeback? He cannot. He whiffs the sweep there, and Jules punishes appropriately.
Indeed, and now Jules is at match point here, trying to even out the score. It's looking good.
And the Bob pick working out really well for him. Right now, Coffee Prince can still make this comeback. Never count him out. Still on his toes with the grabs. That's the Bob hell sweep.
Multiple lows, keep trying to break down the defense of Coffee Prince. Coffee Prince not quite protecting his ankles, but he does get that interrupt on Jules.
Trying to get a bit of momentum here is Coffee Prince. He gets a little swing and oh my goodness! Jules just lets it rip. He can wait.
It's pretty daring from Jules to actually go for it, considering that Leroy can cancel out of his stance and actually block in time for that situation, but recognizes that or feels that Coffee Prince would go for something immediately afterwards. It's one of the best times to actually throw out a rage art, because some characters, when they go into stance, they're going to throw something out instead of going for a cancel to play it safe. And great work from Jules, making good, taking advantage of that opportunity.
And I would be surprised if he actually labbed that out. When you go up against different characters, when you go to the training mode, you try to find all those openings, all those holes in their opponent's move list. And I think, Jules had that locked and loaded. He was like, okay, if I see this, I'm going to rage drive. And he saw it and he reacted beautifully. The game is now tied at 1 apiece, Sporu.
Now Coffee Prince, is he moving out of that?
No,
he's not. He's not moving out of the Leroy pick. He's going to continue on with this Wing Chun Master. And now we're going to Violet Systems stage. A pretty wide stage, rectangular, very straightforward. These Bob doesn't exactly have the most spectacular wall carry. He can do some. He can push the opponent very close to the wall, but not quite in such a way that they would have plenty of opportunity when they do get there.
Ooh, first throw of the game there, but Coffee Prince not able to break that. Ooh, big block.
Rising
poking game.
Just a quick back and forth between these two players, already shaving away at their lives. Both are already in the red, and Coffee. Oh, not quite enough.
Oh! We saw the Bob flinching as he was crouching. He was really expecting the low, and good on Jules there, sticking to his gun, able to close out the first round, and very crucial first round as this is their final game.
Jules getting clipped there a little bit too close against this Leroy Smith of Coffee Prince, but now he's gonna have to bounce back in this round.
Coffee Prince not backing down at all. He knows, there's a sense of urgency in his play right now. He needs to make something happen, and it looks like he is making it happen. No 7 golden letters there, but the down one to finish off round number 2.
Coffee Prince going for that aggressive style actually seems like a great idea, considering that Bob would have more of a range advantage. So playing in a much tighter range should be a good strategy for Coffee Prince.
An exchange of blocks here coming from both players. They're really trying to find their openings. Taking a bit of a risk now is Jules with that little jump kick. Oh, there you go, the counter hit for him.
Just goes for that 1-inch punch right there. Now Jules, how is he? Oh, just wakes up straight up. He is in the red though. Oh, drops the combo is Coffee Prince, and just like that, he gets a round as well.
A little bit of nerves here coming from Coffee Prince, but he is able to seal that round. Jules now with his back against the wall as Coffee Prince is on a set point and potentially could close it out in this round. Jules needs to be a little bit more careful.
He's trying to back away earlier and take advantage of the range that Bob does have, but not quite landing any of those hits. Instead, is falling for those counter hits from Coffee Prince.
Big comeback now for Coffee Prince. You had the life deficit here. Now Jules is going to need to take a little bit of risk, and he gets him here. The wall splat. Wow.
Serious damage. That is unscaled damage because he does spike you at the end, and that last part is just guaranteed, which means the combo scaling does change, and that's some serious damage that Bob can dispense in that situation.
Very even so far here, but this is the final round, as you guys like to say. Who's gonna come out on top? We will see that within the next 40 seconds here. Coffee Prince working on it. Trade in his favor.
Both players not shying away from throwing out those attacks, but Jules, he knew the Coffee Prince a bit too aggressive there.
He drops a combo, but he does come out with a life lead on that. He needs to be careful here. No extra movements. He almost caught him with the combo, but he drops it right there. Coffee Prince almost in rage now.
Tough to convert off of that combo. Coffee Prince now in rage. He does have those duels. One last hit is going to do it. Who is going to get it? 10 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot of time for Coffee Prince.
Right, Jules just needs to, he needs to just calm down and ride this time out here, but he does interrupt the rage drive there from Coffee Prince. What a moment for Jules to throw out that move. Had he done it a little later, it could have spelled disaster for him.
Champions.